I never lied where I came from. Texas had its place for me to find a home deep in my soul. I must know the world as a whole.
Hi, I'm Wendy Colonna, and this is a happy song. There's nowhere I would rather be than here with you today. There's nothing I would rather see than your sweet shining face. I'm happy as I can be, 'cause I have you and you have me. I'm happy as I can be, 'cause I have you and you have me. There's nowhere I would rather go, nowhere I'd rather be. There's nothing that quite makes me feel the way you do here with me. I'm happy as I can be, 'cause I have you and you have me. I'm happy as I can be, 'cause I have you and you have me. No matter what life throws our way, no matter what will be, each moment that I spend with you means the wide world to me. I'm happy as I can be, 'cause I have you and you have me. I'm happy as I can be, 'cause I have you and you have me. That's a little number I wrote for a little Coca-Cola ad. And during that time I was releasing a record, and I wanted to hide that song because, you know, songwriters are supposed to be always suffering. And that was just too happy to get found out. But I learned from countless fans over time that I had to give up that belief, because sometimes we need a song to remind us about the joy in the little things.
Hi, I'm Carol Coburn, and this is Creative's Cornerstone. This week, our guest is Wendy Colonna. Oh, Wendy, you have been all over the place geographically here. I was going to say this Austinite musician, but actually, you're now south of Austin.
I am.
You are.
I am a San Martian.
San Martian. And you know what? You wear that vibe. So it is right on.
Oh, the river, it feels like an upgrade. I was always a Barton Springs devotee.
Water.
But the San Marcos River is quite a lovely spring-fed piece of heaven. So, I mean, and parking is a little easier than Barton Springs, so I'm all good with my geolocation. I still get to come and be a part of community and work in Austin, and it's just a little bit easier to get around when I'm home.
I'll tell you what, I work by day in San Marcos up at the university, and I love San Marcos.
Shh, don't tell anybody. It's cool.
It's so much nicer though in the summer. I'm going to say it.
It's great.
It's a nice in the summer.
Because it's quiet.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
It's wonderful. It's a great place, and nobody is listening right now, right? We're full. We're all full.
Yeah, we're not building more apartment buildings and more. Yeah, not at all.
Exactly. Austin was like 400,000 people when I moved to Austin in like 2000.
Wow.
And so it's changed so much. So there's something kind of wonderful about the best kept secret. People just kind of skip over because maybe the shopping's better in New Braunfels. I don't know, but I'm cool with it.
I'm sorry, we have the outlet malls just south of San Marcos. So let's talk about shopping.
True.
I also have to say, and if our audience is recognizing you in a different kind of way, it's because we play your music video inspired so, well, frequently.
Shot on the banks of the
And
San Marcos River.
that's why I'm
with
bringing that-
mermaids from the
yes.
Mermaid Society.
Yes.
And I'll be playing the Mermaid Festival this year.
Really?
Yeah, they moved it to spring, so it'll be in May this year.
Oh my gosh.
May the 17th, I believe.
How fun.
Yeah, and it'll be on the river, which is great, at the pavilion there, so it'll be really fun. It's exciting.
You know, it's coming to mind, that music video, as I have it running in my, and, you know. What is all of that with the hula hoops? Oh my gosh, talk about a dance.
I just love hula hoops. I love hula hooping. I used to hula hoop at on the banks of Barton Springs. There's just something really, can I get weird? Okay.
You are weird.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Own it.
Hula hooping, it's like elemental. You're rooting into the earth with your bare feet. You're having to use your body to defy gravity by moving this thing around and around. So it's like, it's earth, it's sky.
It's a beautiful dance is what it is.
It's just magic, and you don't have to be great at it. And it's also, it just feels really good to
The
hula hoop.
perpetual motion. I just love the continuity, the continued flow of the, so yeah, it's very hypnotic. Jeremiah and I went to Thigh High Festival a few years ago. They used to have it right outside of San Marcos. I don't think they have it anymore. If they do, they've changed the name of the festival.
Okay.
But that was the first time I really experienced people living that culture and that in the hula hoops. And they were just out there and they were like dancing with the hula hoops. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's
what?
a
What is
great
that?
dance.
I
It's
mean,
a great way to dance.
I remember it from a kid, you know, but watching them, and it was an art form.
Yeah. Yeah. I was lucky for that music video to bring my friend, she goes by Hannah Kim. She hennaed my belly when I was pregnant. She's a very multi-talented woman, but she makes hoops, she teaches hooping, and she just is like the queen. And she came and supplied some extra hoops for the shoot, and everybody just relaxed into it. I mean, for me, it was a dream come true because I love hooping next to a body of water. Like, it just feels really good. It feels like I'm so alive. I'm in all of my senses. And if there's music, it's just even better, you know, music, water, feet on the earth, dancing. I mean, it doesn't get that much better.
There is so much we have to talk about because, you know, thinking of perpetual motion and fluidity and continual flow, that is you in the creative space. It is a continuing flow of the most amazing creative energy, and everything you touch
Oh, thank you.
just blooms. So let's talk about some of your endeavors. Now, we're going to share with the audience, the viewers, your music because, yeah, that's an experience and you're welcome in advance, okay? But let's talk about some of these things that you do behind the scenes, but that are still grounded in the creative space.
Yeah.
Where do we start?
Well, we can talk about creativity as
Please.
a tool.
Yeah.
Because when my son was born, I stopped touring, obviously, so much and put roots down in San Marcos. And I had lived on the road basically for most of my adult life, sometimes more than others, but very, 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 very active road life, touring all the time. And so shifting gears to, I went from living out of my van to having a husband, 2 bonus kids, a baby, and my mother moved in with us. So it couldn't have been.
Welcome to the zoo.
It was just, yeah, and all the animals. We have 15 chickens, 2 dogs, a cat. We have a bearded
Fabulous.
dragon,
Oh my
and
God.
anyway. Yeah, but I went from very, very freewheeling to very, very rooted, which was fine. I was ready for that transition. But when my father passed away, my son was about 7 months old, I just, in my being, I was like, it's time for me to use what I've learned over the years and pay it forward. So I went to school to become a career coach. So a life coach with an emphasis in career work. And
Wow.
I made it a lot of my work to work with entrepreneurs, soulpreneurs, people who are called to something, who don't necessarily identify as entrepreneurs. a lot of musicians, a
Wow,
lot of
so
body workers and
uncovering
healing arts. Yeah, people who don't identify as business people, but who are all of a sudden throwing up a shingle and building a business. So I was like, this is the type of, people I want to work with, because they're doing great work in the world, and they just need someone to build structures with them, hold them accountable, help them get through the challenges of shifting from artist to entrepreneur. Yes. And one of the things that is usually a big breakthrough is like, use your creativity, not just for the art form, but for the business, and allow your creativity to be infused into the business that you're creating, because it's not one thing or another. It's not only a song. That energy can flow into how you do business, how you show up online,
Absolutely.
how you communicate with people in a room where you're networking. So I just, don't cut it off and say, I have to be in this part of my brain and in that part of my brain. Can we volley the way that your brain works between the structured part, which holds up the magic, creates the container for the magic, and then the magic, and we can just do that. And so it's been a real joy working with people, having, these breakthroughs, helping them to feel empowered, using their creativity, not divorcing themselves from their creativity in order to become better business people. But it's been beautiful, and I just got lucky, whenever I was younger, I got a job working, building a song for a Coca-Cola ad, which just put me into a different bucket of music and commerce. And so then I built a company that creates custom songs for, so talking about using creativity, creates custom songs for brands. I'm finishing one right now.
That's what I remembered. I remembered hearing about the story with the Coca-Cola song, and you creating music for various different
people. Like, so last year I had the privilege and pleasure of making a walk-on song for a female comic who is a multi-time cancer survivor who gets out there and helps women to just get into their lives. And so she just brings humor and lifts the room up. She was ready for a walk-on song, so we did a beautiful song with Noelle Hampton producing and co-producing with me. It's so fun. And then I'm just wrapping one right now, working with an author from India who wrote a very beautiful memoir about his daughter and her life. She was born blind, and it changed his entire worldview, inner, outer. And it's a gorgeous memoir, and we just finished wrapping the song that's going to be the trailer that goes with the book release. So it's a wonderful, wonderful way to help bring another project to life with the power of music.
Your life journey. Man, Rand McNally holds nothing on you. Wow.
For the longest time though, Carol, like I felt like I had to fit in a lane and hide. And I just want to normalize the diversification. Like, we live in a time where celebrities get to be like wearing multiple hats, but smaller artists you're gonna sell out if you do, that's not a thing. Like, let's normalize using our creativity in all the multifaceted ways that we can in life to build a life that feels whole and good, and not just serving ourselves and our own muse, but also serving the world in different ways. Like, why not? That was the name of my punk rock music club, Pourquoi Pas.
Oh my gosh.
It's French. I named my record label after that.
What a trip. For those of you who do not know what this reference is talking about, you'll be seeing it between our sets here. We do a segment called In the Makeup Room, and Wendy shares a story about that, which I'm just in awe of your creativity and the way it just comes out of you in so many facets, so many ways. And even the story about your high school group and what you did, and you didn't just stop with one step. I mean, you took it the distance, you took it places, and I can see where the entrepreneur side of you with helping to draw that out of people and help them connect their creativity with marketing and with building stones. is obviously, that has been in you and your ability since you were young.
Yeah, and also being lucky enough to have other people who cared about fostering similar things around, because that group was a group of crazy punk rock skateboard kids,
How awesome that you find them, though. It's almost like you're a magnet, or
Maybe.
yeah, because you draw that to you. I think you draw that to you in all of the expressions of your creativity and what you do.
I'm also not scared to do the work.
And that's
I like to do the work.
right
I like
there.
to be on the team, pulling my weight. And when you think about entrepreneurship, you just see a need that needs to be addressed. And you're passionately engaged in finding all the ways you can solve it, help it, foster a way to bring joy or enlightenment or softness or ease to someone else's life. It's great. I mean, it's beautiful work.
the biggest thing is showing up.
It really is.
I mean, just showing up. The places you can go and the things that you can do if you just show up and follow through. Just follow through. There's so much of life experiences just circling your orbit. You just have to show up.
It's true. And just be awake to it. And I think the other piece of that, though, is being soft about your attachment to outcome. Like you have to assume a posture of like letting the mystery work it out. Like you're going to show up and do your part, but you can't you can have a vision about what you think is possible, but you don't marry yourself to an outcome, do or die. You have to just be like, what would happen if something even cooler showed up while we were on the path to creating this other thing? It happens all the time in our lives, right? We get fixed on a specific trajectory,
Yes.
and then and I guess, who said it? Like Picasso, maybe, he said, inspiration happens, but it has to find you working.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's like-
Otherwise, it hits a wall.
It doesn't show up if you're not showing up.
Yeah.
And so there's the magic part and the willingness to reform. Oh, well, I thought we were going here, but whoa, looks like we're going here. It's just a whole other experience, and not grasping tightly. Like if you think about your hands, like grasping hands can't receive. So you have to
Absolutely.
hold it lightly, but keep showing up. It's a dance.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It really is. Centering. That's what I'm getting from that. When you hold your hands out, all of that, it's centered and it expands, just opens up.
Yeah, and there's room to receive. Uh-huh.
Absolutely. Now, you had a really fun experience recently, a tour, I believe.
Yes.
Can we talk about this?
Oh, yeah. Wow. It's on this is the Zombies, cute little sticker
Okay.
on my Yeti. When we released, speaking of inspiration finding you working, we released the inspired video, and the Zombies manager, who's a longtime friend of mine, I helped her about 10 years ago get them into South by and do some things here with the people I was working with. It was kind of a fun intersection of, again, that
Sure.
magical thing that just kind of happens. And so we've been in touch, but she was following me on TikTok and watching me roll out the video, and she was like, girl, what would it take for you to come open up these shows for the Zombies? And I'm loving this new song. Can you bring it on the road? I'm like, well, it's a disco song, but I can do it acoustic. So we
Wow.
figured it out well, but it didn't come without its moments of needing faith. Like I went out to the East Coast, and Rod had a neurological episode the day I arrived.
Oh, no.
And they ended up canceling that string of tour dates. And so he went home and got better, and then they rescheduled them for the following spring. So Cindy called me up and said, I can understand if you want to say no, because I had kind of lost I had put the rental car and the
Sure.
hotels and everything and the time blocked, and to leave my family and my coaching
That's
job
not an
and
easy thing.
take 10 days to go on the road. It would have been easier when I was younger, but it's like a little bit of a Tetris game. So it kind of socked me in the stomach. But when she called me and said, these dates are yours if you want them, if you want to try again. And I was like, yeah, I mean, whatever. Like, I survived
Right.
that. We threw a benefit show. People helped me kind of recover some of my losses. Beautiful little concert at Cedar Creek. It was just good to have the supportive community in that moment of just kind of getting socked in the gut. But it wasn't anybody's fault. I mean, and so I got to go on the road with them. I did 6 shows with them along the East Coast, from Annapolis down to Atlanta. And my family got to fly out. It was Easter weekend last year, so like they all got to come, and
That may not have been able to happen the first time around.
Nope, it was not on the schedule. It just was magical. It was a beautiful tour. It was classy. Every show, it was at a beautiful theater. Amazing legendary room. I got to watch the Zombies every night. I got to do my little set and just feel just a beautiful sense of full circle. Like, my whole life I would have loved that gig, and I had kind of loosened my grasp again on that touring part of my life, only to get an opportunity of a lifetime. And that's their last tour. They aren't coming back to the US. Rod ended up retiring from the band shortly after. And so it was a once in a lifetime, their final US tour.
What a way to expand your world, you know?
Completely did not plan for that.
And, after such devastation of being that, that gut punch and
life happens.
Curveballs, right? You have to be flexible, and you have to know that there's something even better around the corner.
I mean, I guess 20 years in the music industry taught me how to pivot, because you can't stay in this business without the willingness to say, well, that was a good run, that was a good shot, that didn't work out how we wanted it, but the music is still there. And the thing about music is you never know who it's serving and who it's reaching. It's not really, it's very small-minded to think about it as it being about you. If those songs need to be in the world, they need to be in the world. You don't ever know who's getting through the loss of a loved one, or a huge breakup, or
you don't know
a
how
life
it's going
scare.
to be interpreted and how it's going to be received,
And your
who is
song
receiving it.
Ends up being the soundtrack of a profound moment of someone's life. It's just an honor to try to keep the channel open. I mean, really.
Truly. Wow. Y'all, again, you're welcome. I mean, Wendy is indescribable, really. I know I tried getting you on earlier in our season, and life happens.
I had the flu.
And now here you are today, and I'm so grateful and so happy to have you in our sandbox, in our happy place. And we are going to share you with everybody, your music. They got a little glimmer at the start of the show, and next time you see her, she's going to be, well, when you get through seeing her in the makeup room, you'll see her behind the mic again. Stay with us.
I wasn't raised by no river. I was born in the suburbs of Illinois. I was taken from my home, too young to know, when I was still just a boy. So I hold my breath till the day I can rest, and I live to know I'll be gone off to somewhere just like all those places in my mind, and I will call it home, my old home, Chicago. I never lied where I came from. Texas had its place for me. Chicago.
Hey, Wendy.
Oh, hey, Karen.
Hi. Do you mind if I bend your ear for a minute?
Sure.
Actually, I want you to bend mine. I'd like to know, do you have any, I don't know, interesting high school stories maybe?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. When I was in high school, I hung out with a group of straight edge punk rock kids.
Oh my God.
And oh my gosh, it was the coolest thing. We hung out, we went camping, we did all kinds of really fun stuff. Good, clean fun. But I guess maybe between my junior and senior year, we decided we were going to start a nonprofit music collective and have, and by that, I mean, it was like we started producing shows in like VFW halls and the Moose Lodge, and we started putting punk rock shows together for kids to come and have good, clean fun. You know, it was just like we sold Cokes, and we raised enough money with these little shows to get our own building. And we ended up producing like a couple years worth of like punk rock shows in this cool building in downtown Lake Charles, Louisiana. Like nobody in Lake Charles. This is Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Oh my
y'all.
gosh, Wendy.
And we started this whole scene, and we started this whole movement there to like create and produce like fun shows for the kids instead of them hanging out on the streets. And it was like no drugs, no alcohol, no nothing. It was just good, clean, fun punk rock dancing. And like I was in charge of memberships, and like we would have meetings at Shoney's at midnight the Saturday before, like we'd producing the show where we're going to put the bands up.
Lady, seriously, I got to tell you, I cannot wait to pick your brain out there in front of the camera.
Yay.
So we'll see you in a minute.
This is one that's on my newest record, Paradigms. The song is called This Precious Love, and it's a little tune I wrote for my husband. When my hands go still and no longer can embrace, and when my eyes go dim and I cannot see your face, when the days grow short and the end is in plain sight, this precious love will carry me into the night. When my voice has faded and the songs are hard to find, and when my heart's undone by how this world is so unkind, when these kids are gone and gone, and every so often right, this precious love will carry me into the night. Do I deserve it? Did I earn it from some lifetime long ago? I guess I'll never know, but like a flower, I'll keep on leaning toward your warm and steady glow until it's time for one of us to go. When our feet have stood for everything that they can stand, and when our beauty lives in pictures from a long time distant land, when the moon sings for the stolen kiss of lovers young and wild, this precious love will carry us into the night. Ooh, this precious love will carry us into the night. Oh, thank you. Let's see if I can find my pick. Aha! Pick in a pocket.
So this one is this is a disco song I made with Noel Hampton that's also on the record Paradigms. You may have seen the fun video of us swirling around in hula hoops at the river, but we're going to do the acoustic version of it today. This song is called Inspired.
A dream without wings, a silent spring. I knew you were there, but I could not see. Blinded by shame, I carried a flame deep in my heart till I knew your name. Turn up the music and let me feel your heart. We move together, the swirling dance of stars, the Venus to your Mars. I'm so inspired by you and all of the heights you take me to. Can't quit my desire for you, even after the hard times we've been through. I'm still inspired to keep on loving you. And when the darkness is closing in, my bones are weary, the ache is deafening. I reach to find you, defying gravity. And love lifts me up where I can finally see. Turn up the music and let me feel your heart. We move together, the swirling dance of stars, the Venus to your Mars. I'm so inspired by you and all of the heights you take me to. Can't quit my desire for you, even after the hard times we've been through. I'm still inspired to keep on loving you. All your light keeps moving, all your love keeps moving, all your magic's moving through me. I'm so inspired by you and all of the heights you take me to. Can't quit my desire for you, even after the hard times we've been through. I'm so inspired. All the heights you take me to. Can't quit my desire, desire, desire for you. I'm still inspired to keep on loving you. Woo! So we're back to the ukulele. I didn't realize this when I made this up, but I chose songs today that are all speaking to different parts of the human heart. And this is one called The Water's Fine. It was inspired in equal parts by the beautiful spring-fed waters of our wonderful Edwards Aquifer here in Central Texas, and a little bit by the Sufi mystic poet Rumi. And it's just a reminder of that you can always return to the sweetness, even if you've been through all the hard stuff. There's still a little sweetness springing up within you. Have you forgotten all of the flowers, clover and honey, of our finest hours? Your heart has wandered through the wilderness so long. You don't recognize your own sweet song. Close your eyes, I'll take it nice and slow. Remind you of the crickets, tiny serenade. One voice turns to many in a symphony refrain. You have broken all your vows, time and time again. Letters left unwritten in the wind. Close your eyes, I'll take it nice and slow. Remind you of the world we used to know, when love was just a mystery. We hope someday we'd find. Come on in, the water's fine. Do, do, ooh, ooh, ooh. Can you remember the moonlight on our skin? Yours was the first kiss that ever drew me in. It's cold beneath the surface, but the air is warm tonight. Come on in, the water's fine. Close your eyes, I'll take it nice and slow. Remind you of the world we used to know, when love was just a mystery. We hope someday we find. Come on in, the water's fine. Come on in, the water's fine. Come on in, the water's fine. So I've got one more song for you guys today. I hope you've enjoyed the set. I'm so thankful that I finally got to make it on the show. This song is called Nothing Gonna Take My Love, and it's on my record Right Where I Belong, which, my goodness, is turning 20 this year. Oh my gosh, I think so. So this song is still very, very, very important, because we have a lot of despair all around us, a lot of feelings of helplessness and worry, and all of that is very real. And at the same time, there's a very real thing that we have within us and that is available to us called love, that nothing can take away from us. So here's a little reminder for your heart. Well, nothing gonna take my love from me, no, no. Nothing gonna take my love from me, no, no. Nothing gonna take my love from me, not fear, not greed, not jealousy. Nothing gonna take my love from me, no, no. May my eyes be bright and may my heart be light. May my hands be filled with grace. When the shadows fall, let me light them all. Let me smile in trouble's face. I am love, and choose I taste love inside. I breathe love. On fire, my ego exhales, and let's go now, now. I am love. Well, nothing from me, no, 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 no. Nothing gonna take my love from me, not fear, not greed, not jealousy. Nothing gonna take my love from me, no, no. May I stand long through suffering's wind strong. May I root and spread my wings. May I swim in seas of forgiveness. May my body always sing, yeah, yeah. Nothing gonna take my love from me, no, no. Nothing gonna take my love from me, no, 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 no. Nothing gonna take my love from me, not fear, not greed, not jealousy. Nothing gonna take my love from me, no, no. May I sow the seeds of generosity. May I dance and laugh in stride. May my mind be still with humility and surrender all like a right. Well, yeah, nothing gonna take my love from me, no, no. Hey, nothing gonna take my love from me, no, 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 no. Nothing gonna take my love from me, not fear, not greed, not jealousy. Nothing gonna take my love, well, yeah, I said, nothing gonna take my love from me, no, 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 no. Nothing gonna take my love from me, no, no. Nothing gonna take my love from me, not fear, not greed, not jealousy. Nothing gonna take my love from me, no, no. Yeah, I said nothing gonna take all my love from me, no, 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 no.
Thank you, everybody.
Well, I was quiet in the back 40 trailer park last night. I mean, there were a few domestic fights and them usual petty crimes, but I was feeling alright. I was drinking whiskey with my Sprite and toasting all those ghosts of the lost southern pines when I heard a lurking in the night. And I knew something wasn't right as I was covered in the white of this otherworldly light, and I looked up and I beheld it was a spacecraft from another world. At least that's what I thought I observed, 'cause I ain't learned, but I can certainly confirm that there ain't nothing on this planet ever turned at the angles and the rate of speed at which it surged. And then I heard my neighbor Wanda. She was cursing in slurs as the UFO swirled, and upon her trailer it converged, and she was carried away in this tractor beam. Was a horrible scene. Her hair still in rollers, her nightie was busting at the seams, and her scream, man, it got all the more extreme as she flew through the air to this extraterrestrial machine. And I said, oh my God, this can't be a dream. 'Cause I mean, yeah, I know I've been drinking, and I've probably even smoked a little green, but I can't stand LSD, man, and this would be an hallucination supreme, even obscene. And so I jumped into action like a Vietnam era Marine. I said, this is gonna be war. You know, I'd seen one before. I had a stash of ammunition underneath my trailer floor, and I'd heard freaky stories galore from Bubba next door. And it sure ain't my ass some aliens gonna probe and explore. So I got me a 12 gauge pump and an AR. I got my granddaddy's government issued K-bar, and I said, you aliens, y'all should have never came down here. Now this is gonna be war, 'cause I've been waiting on them aliens to come. I've been waiting on them aliens to come, yes. I've been waiting on them aliens to come. So I threw some cover fire and I jumped and I crawled to my truck. I knew if I was gonna beat these aliens that I'd need distance and luck. And so I sped through the muck until I ended up over by the fence line. I hunkered down in the brush. And I started sighting in my gear when this little green man appeared, and he looked right through my soul. Why, in my eyes he stared, and I knew he must have got scared when he saw that I had no fear and that I'd smoke his little green ass without shedding a tear. And then he disappeared, and I said, God, this is really getting weird. And so I ran through that trailer park like a redneck Paul Revere. I said, the aliens are coming. That don't take to running, boys. Let's take our stand here, y'all. Let's do some extraterrestrial hunting. 'Cause I've been waiting on them aliens to come. I've been waiting on them aliens to come, yes. I've been waiting on them aliens to come. Now stars fell on Alabama, and a lot of other shit has too. But the last thing we were gonna take was being pursued by some alien crew who intergalactically traveled through time and space just to land into the back 40 trailer park. And yeah, we made our mark. We beat them aliens back. And we did it in the dark, and we found Wanda, and her only remark was that she gets they had to abduct her, but in her nightgown, man, that was just harsh. And I even stole a little space traveling cart. I put it out in the barn, me and Bubba painted it camouflage, and we're about to embark as an interstellar white trash, Lewis and Clark. We're gonna call ourselves the Alabama astronauts. 'Cause I've been waiting on them aliens to come. I've been waiting on them aliens to come, yes. I've been waiting on them aliens to come.
Wendy, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Oh my God, my pleasure.
Oh God, I love every time you open your mouth. I almost got pierced there. So will you please let our viewers know where they can find out all things about you?
All the things about me live on my website. Well, all the things that I'm allowed to disclose to the public are on my website, wendycolonna.com. Colonna is how you spell the last
Double
name.
N.
NN.
Y'all, I hope you enjoyed today's show. I know I did.
Thank you so much for having me. Glad we made it work.
Oh, I'm so
my
glad.
gosh.
I'm so glad it happened.
I wouldn't have sounded nearly as good with the flu.
Yeah, no, thank you. And we didn't want to,
Nope, nobody wants that.
We like what you're putting out there, but we don't want the flu.
No, ma'am.
So please, y'all, if you missed the broadcast on this, it is going to reside on YouTube. And you can get to that from our website, creativescornerstone.com. And when you go to YouTube, please like and subscribe to the video. We're trying so hard to grow our audience and grow the stage for this.
I would add share.
Share.
Like, subscribe, and share.
Like care and share.
Care.
Till next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.
We hope your new realtor plays drums in a band. We hope your new dentist is its front man. We hope live music always makes you proud. Just don't call the cops if you think it's too loud. South by South by South by Southwest. We hope you'll like it so much you'll move here just like the rest of us non-native Texans.